Been about 6 months. The sergeant just sits back and chills. What a hef. I saved you from being on a dinner plate. Oh, look. Thriving, eating fish. Look at these guys.
Click the subscribe button below.
Power. A1A Adventures, baby. Are you excited? All right, so when this tank gets cleared up a little bit, I just cleaned it off. We'll get back to that. But in the meantime, let's feed some shrimp. This fat chunka goes crazy over these shrimp pellets.
Shrimp.
They're big, right? Yeah, look at that. That's a whole, you can go fish with that thing. This hog loves these. Go ahead, drop her in. So a backstory behind this lovely fish right here, which is probably going to be bigger than what I even thought it was going to be, is we caught this back in November as a tiny little minnow. Here's a clip of that. Acquired amongst a group of these little minnows while fishing, and we figured we'd pick a couple out, put them in the tank, but this one right here that ended up in the net is particularly different and interesting. Let's see, look at him. Look at that. What is that? Is that a baby pompano or what is that? We were looking up moonfish. I mean, these are all weird, random fish, but they fall under what looks like a similar classification of fish. Look at this little guy. Does anybody know what that could be? Check that out. He is so... This is smaller than a pinky nail. Now, I kept using the reference of this thing as the size of a pinky nail because that's how big this thing is. Or was, shall I say. Now? Oh, goodness. It used to be the size of that sergeant's eye. Not anymore. This thing's starting to look like a permit. Not even joking. This thing is going to be humongous, I feel. I don't know what I'm going to do. We're going to have to upgrade this tank very soon. And goodness, can this thing eat? It even eats your fingers. When you stick your fingers in this tank, it starts munching away like a buffet. Here, go ahead. Stick your fingers in there. This is what happens when you stick your fingers. Here, we'll lift the whole top up. Oh, did it bite it?
Yes.
No. Oh, look, it's biting it. Did it hurt? No? So you gotta watch out for the barb on the back of its back, because that, when that bites, when that kind of sticks you, whoa, see, it's a beast. It is a beast. This is like how big the pacu was about a year ago, but now the size of this fish, which we even thought at one point it was an opa. We've been calling it opa for a while because we thought maybe it was an opa, which either way we're in trouble. This thing's gonna be monstrous. And we want it to grow into a healthy fish, so we're definitely gonna keep up with the size of the aquariums and keep it accordingly as best as we can for the benefit of this fish, but it eats like nuts. In a couple seconds, we're gonna go ahead and throw in one of those shrimp that we threw into the last fish, and you're gonna see that these two shred it up like crazy, in addition to this finger. It is crazy. We absolutely love this thing. It is so friendly, other than wanting to eat our fingers. I would die for this fish. So go ahead and drop one of those shrimp. Bring it over here now that that little chunker's done eating.
Round one, fight.
Oh, look at that. Shredded it up in 1 second. Gone. Gone. Go ahead, do another one.
Okay.
So we don't know what kind of shrimp these are, but they go crazy. We thought it was mysis, we thought it was brine, but it just says shrimp on the bottle. So go ahead, drop it in.
Let's do a hand feed.
Hand feed. Oh, you're gonna do a hand feed? Oh, grab it out of your hand?
Yeah.
Oh, what a beast. That's why I love this guy. I love you. You are crazy. Wow. Like and subscribe to the channel. That's all it's saying. That's all it ever says. You are such a lovely, lovely, lovely fish. So when we first caught it, I would say it was only a couple weeks old. I mean, it was about 1/4 of an inch big. Now it's about 3 inches, 4 inches in length, and I'd say about the same in height. But the width is probably only about 1 inch, so it's kind of shaped very similar to a silver dollar or a pacu, anything like a disc, because it looks like a dinner plate. I saved you from being on a dinner plate. So now it's been about 6 months since we've caught this fish. So I'd like to say it's about 6.5 months. And the sergeant used to pick on it all the time when it was smaller, but now that it's pretty much surpassed the sergeant's size times 3, the sergeant just sits back and chills, eats the scraps. But this fish, goodness, what a heft. What a heft. What, the female molly? All right, so we're gonna go check out these freshwater mollies as well that we've had for a couple weeks now that we've just recently acclimated to saltwater fish. We brought them to brackish level, then we brought the salinity up. Now they're full-on saltwater mollies. So that's it for this guy. AJ thinks she's pregnant, one of the mollies. Let's go see, I don't know. That's the one he thinks could possibly be pregnant. Now they're not too much to look at as far as color goes, but these little ones are such a joy. You wanna go ahead and get some pellets and drop some in? These little suckers eat like crazy too. We kept the tank set up really simple. No light, no nothing. Basically brought it from a freshwater to a slightly brackish water over the course of 2 weeks. And then now this is the 4th week we've had them, and finally brought it up to a salinity level of a 0.21. So they are thriving in this tank. They love it. They eat like crazy. And I'm wondering if that one could possibly be Prego. That'd be pretty cool though. We'd have to set this up a little differently, this tank.
For like weeks, then it's obvious that she is.
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah, Now just pour about, I'd say, like just 5 or 6. I know they're really small, but yeah, that's too much. Like half of that.
Huh? Okay. There we go.
Perfect.
Okay. There and then
That's it. Yep, right here. Go get them, boys.
time to feast.
They're noticing now.
Feast! Fish that can juggle. And when we caught them, they were like a dark gray, almost like a charcoal color. And then after a while, they just kind of lightened up, obviously being stress-free, which was, and they're actually pretty friendly too. Right now, well, we've already dropped food in, but if you put your finger up to the front of the tank, they definitely do chase your finger. Such a joy. Yeah, so we're gonna have to keep a little eye on that one, on that mama back there with that big black spot on her belly, just in case she is pregnant. And it's apparent that these guys kind of like to eat in privacy. They kind of put their food back there and they're hidden behind all these rocks right here. But thank you so much for watching this little saltwater fish update we got going on. And you never know. I mean, if you guys, what do you guys think? You think that big old fish is a permit? Do you think it's a, I mean, it could be a pompano? I don't even know, man. But we caught this thing on the other side of Florida, on the Gulf Coast. So look at them, they want more food. They are so crazy. And how it looks right here is about halfway to its current size of what it looks right now. This was about 3 months ago, more or less. This will be a real exciting journey. So if it's your first time here, I'm Adam. That's AJ. Go ahead and smack that like button for the sake of these fish. Subscribe to this channel. And as always, stay adventurous. A1A Adventure. All right, since we got the shrimp out, I guess we'll go ahead and throw some in for these hungry jewel cichlids we got over here. If you haven't seen our other videos, make sure you check them out. These guys are beasts as well. We have a baby bass in here that's absolutely insane. Its name is Corona. It devours hundreds of minnows per week, literally. We only put 100 minnows in here just last week. Check that video out. And it looks like there is only 3 left. 1, 2, 3 mosquito fish left. Oh, goodness. What a sad story. But at least we got thriving, eating fish. Look at these guys. These guys are crazy. We caught these guys as well. They were in another video. Check it out. And this blood red one right here, which is a beast.